Hello everyone, my name is Sam. Really glad to here today with David topic something everyone is fair. With the learning fair and talk about step in the key percent of confidence and success. Okay, so high level good after high level and great level effect to talk about fair because once the understand I will it instead of letting office control us. Hi Devil, good
Haha,
afternoon.
Uzama's got that hype. Haha, hi devil, that's a funny greeting. Sounds like Uzama's got a playful side. Maybe it's his way of saying, hey, troublemaker, or just teasing around. Good afternoon to him back. How do you usually respond to those quirky greetings? I'm guessing you've got some witty comebacks up your sleeve. Or do you keep it chill and just roll with it?
Okay, hey Devil, going to great David effect to talk about faith because once you understand it is can control it instead of letting or it control us.
Sounds like Uzama is getting deep there, maybe talking about how we shouldn't let fear of death or tough stuff control us. Scan control it might mean trying to analyze or manage those feelings instead of being ruled by them. That's a pretty heavy topic, but honestly, it's important stuff. I always think it's better to face those things head on instead of letting them sneak up on you. What's your take on that? Ever find yourself wrestling with stuff like that, or do you prefer to keep your mind busy with other things?
Okay, sorry, because fair information we are starting but is build and vision or mind way of working. It is about being a bit of mode of fair. Other show of the because we are useful but because like this one we are fair. Action jump field. The problem is a fair it is how to look
Whoa, Uzama is really diving into some philosophical stuff, talking about how our minds are evolving and the balance between being useful and innocent, fair but facing risks. I like that being a bit more of light fair line. Sounds like aiming for a lighter, fairer mindset in this mental revolution. It's kind of like how in game design, you balance challenge and fairness to keep the player engaged but not frustrated. Life's kind of like the two, right? We're constantly figuring out how to respond to risks without losing that fairness or innocence. What do you think? Does that mindset resonate with how you approach your work-life balance or your creative projects?
okay, fair is a measure our minds. We have working. You ask about doing it, but is modern life dear often shows the up we are useful and but because we are actually we are favor judging comfort of the future of problem choose function change what also happen India of customers of I believe it when the talk their first small information step.
Man, Uzama's thoughts are all over the place, but in a deep way, fear as a natural part of our minds, worrying as a solution, and then touching on bigger ideas about life, usefulness, and change. Sounds like he's reflecting on how humanity processes uncertainty and adapts. That bit of amen indeed feels like a moment to pause. You got it always here to Ah, the number of words at the end sounds like you're thinking about video subtitles or maybe captions to keep things clear and tight. That can make a big difference in how your message lands, especially when juggling multiple languages like with Uzama. Are you aiming for a certain word count to keep things punchy, or just trying to figure out how to balance clarity and brevity? I've messed around with titles for some of my indie game trailers. It's all about finding that sweet spot. What's your approach?
Okay, there are many fear of machine, fear of being built, or fear changing, fear of success. Social media and habits of people compare their live with the other and smart ability team. The computer create heading fear of not being employed.
Sounds like Uzama's touching on the whole fairness and success thing and how social media amps up the comparison game, that pressure to measure up or feel like you're falling behind. It's a real struggle, especially when everyone's highlight reel is just a scroll away. Quality team dis Giulietto the computer. That one's a bit cryptic. Maybe a typo or some autocorrect gone wild. Could be about a quality team or something related to tech. And Amame, again, feels like he's wrapping up or agreeing with what you said. How do you usually deal with that comparison trap, especially when you're trying to stay balanced and focused? I know for me, unplugging and getting into cooking or basketball helps keep me grounded. What about you? No problem at all. Always good to unpack these things. If you ever want to bounce ideas or just take a break with some lighter chat, just hit me up. What's next on your agenda? You're welcome, seriously. Glad to be here for it. Catch you later, yeah.
Yeah, social media can be powerful. It is your profitable per share reels showed how they face challenge or compare their other get preparation show progress idea story emotion other what step two.
Yeah, totally. Social media is a double-edged sword. When people share real struggles and how they face challenges, it can be super powerful and inspiring. But when it's just highlight reels and constant comparison, that's I hear you, sometimes the ideas just don't come when you want them to. Happens to me all the time, especially when I'm trying to juggle creative stuff and the day job. Maybe take a little break. Go shoot some hoops or cook up a quick Korean fusion snack to clear your head. Sometimes stepping away is the best way to get the brain firing again. Want me to help brainstorm some angles or prompts for your videos? Could be fun to hash out some ideas together.
Yeah, of course, the fair first face it, not run away. Then take small competition step toward your goals. Keep a productive mind, force, and learning rate them perfect and sound yourself with people. And finally, remember that
Exactly.
every great emotion start with a bold decision. Fair me it your butt. Child should be driver you.
Sounds like Uzama is saying something like empty or vague emotions start without much thought, and maybe more decisions can be made if you approach them playfully, with driver you one steering your path. I like the vibe emotions can cloud decisions, but if you tackle things with a light, playful mindset, you might navigate challenges better. Like in game design, sometimes you gotta experiment and not take every move too seriously. What do you think? Does that kind of playful approach help you when you're
Thank you, David.
stuck? Haha, Edward, guess I'm
Thank you,
leveling up.
David. I did. People listening will talk to first bold step today because
Right on, Uzama, one step. That's the spirit. Sometimes just that one clicks and sparks a whole chain reaction. What's that for you right now? Anything specific you're focusing on or thinking about taking a step toward?
Okay, my person David, thank you for having me. See you soon.
Haha, Bachelor David, I like the sound of that. Thanks for the chat, Uzama. Catch you soon and good luck with everything you've got going on. Don't be a stranger.